Welcome to Morning Laziness. This is Nilima KS, and today we are bringing to you an interview session with Ms. Smita Jain. Morning Laziness is an online magazine dedicated to women. It showcases various articles, personal life stories, and interview sessions on different matters concerning women. And today, our interviewee, Ms. Smita, happens to be a certified executive coach, a certified personal empowerment life coach, as well as a consultant, writer, and speaker. So let us welcome our interviewee. Hello, Smita.
Hi, Nilima. Glad to be here. Thank you so much for having me on board here.
How are you doing today?
I am great. How about you, Nilima?
I'm doing great too. Well, so since you're on board with morning laziness, how do you normally begin your morning routine?
Okay, so I normally tend to get up at 5 a.m. every day, Nilima, and start writing. So that is my first ritual. So 5 to 6:30, quarter to 7 in the morning, when the entire world is sleeping and I'm relatively undisturbed of doorbells and phone calls. So that is my writing time. I either write prose or poetry or fiction, but yeah, that is how my day begins, and I feel energetic and motivated for the rest of the day that is yet to come.
That's great. Well, so quite recently, Morning Laziness has launched their very own NFT collection called Women in Metaverse. So, and has personalized it for each zodiac sign. So, what is your zodiac sign?
I'm a Libran.
I'm sorry, could you repeat?
I'm a Libran, Nilima.
Libra, that's
Libra.
great. Libra, great. So, have you checked out our NFT collection and picked your favorite winter character?
Yeah, so I have, in fact, and I would say the avatar of simple me is what would go with me. So I'm a very simple person. Everything about me is simple, including, my business and my writing and everything. I tend to keep things uncomplicated. The more uncomplicated you are, the better your life is. So that's what suits me.
That sounds great. Well, so how did you actually come about choosing this particular career path?
So, Nilima, prior to starting as a life and an executive coach, which was since last year, I was a strategy and management leader. So, I have more than 14 years of work experience in leadership role in Fortune 500 companies like KPMG and JLL. And over the last 2 to 3 years of those 14 years, there was this inner sense of dissatisfaction. Like people might say that I was doing very well, but I was not feeling happy from within. I used to push myself to get out of a bed every morning because, that's how the work tasks looked at me, not at all exciting or interesting. And then the pandemic struck in 2020. And, even though I was trying to do a pivot and do things that I really like, but I didn't have the courage. There was this bit of hesitation of leaving a stable income and pursuing passions. But when pandemic came, you would have heard about the wave of great resignation that set forth last year. I think it is a part of that. Great resignation is more about dissatisfaction and lack of inner fulfillment. And I thought life is too small to do things that you don't enjoy. And that is why, I quit my cushy, comfortable, high profile corporate job to do things that I like. One is writing, second is starting this coaching business. So one common thread across my corporate career is the fact that I enjoy leading teams and mentoring people towards their best potential. So picking on that trait of mine, which I actually enjoyed doing, I thought coaching would be a natural extension to that. And that is what my niche is also. I work with people working in the corporate world and organizations to coach their executives to basically go about their life in confidence and get up with a smile from their bed every day in their life. Because I know, having come from that universe, then it becomes very difficult. After a stage, you have money, but no time, or even if you have time, you struggle for fulfillment. So I don't want anyone to suffer from what I suffered till some time ago. So that is how it came about, as a natural extension of what I thought were my transferable skills, which I could, take to the coaching world.
Wow, that sounds really great. Well, so generally, as a life coach, which do you think is better? Is it better to do what you love or to start loving what you actually do? Say on an individual's career life.
So Nilima, an individual's career graph is not static, okay? You are a very different person at 25 than you will be at 35 and 45 and so on. So the answer to that will depend on the stage of you, the career path that you are in. So let's say you are just beginning with your career, right? So you're fresh out of college, you have yet to, experience what actual working life is like. So the thrust there is to learn as much as you can, and at that stage, at the entry stage, it's about loving what you do. I think that will matter. But at a mid-career, okay, let's say when you have worked for 8 to 10 years, you are in your mid-30s, that by that time you actually know, okay, what are your likes, what are your dislikes, what you enjoy doing, what you don't enjoy doing. You would have also achieved, you would have also come to a certain crossroad in your career roadmap. So that is time when you should absolutely do what you love. Otherwise your life gets miserable day in and day out, because that is the time, okay, you have decent money, you have family, there is a certain amount of stability. But if you dislike what you do, okay, if you have to push yourself to get out of bed every day, then it becomes miserable, trust me. So absolutely, I would say somewhere from the mid 30s till the 50s, or howsoever long you plan to work, you should absolutely at that stage, get and do what you love in order to have that fulfillment and enjoy your career.
Right. So, now tell us about life coaches. How did you actually come about establishing this platform?
So life coaching, Nilima, is about, where you establish a co-creative relationship with the client and help them to arrive at a solution to whatever their concern is. So it consists of, understanding what is going on in a client's life now, understanding what are the challenges that stops him from achieving a better version of himself, and guiding him through structured questions, tools and techniques to arrive at a solution. So to start this my life coaching business, I first took a certification, because this business is very unregulated. Unfortunately, anybody can call himself or herself a coach, and people do so. But to have a proper in order to able to serve clients, you need to have a proper certification. So that's how I set about doing it. I enrolled myself in a coaching certification program, and as I studied, I started my business simultaneously. So you would say in the morning I was studying, and during the evenings and late evenings and night hours, I was coaching clients. It happens virtually. Location is no longer a barrier. And slowly and steadily, my clientele grew, word of mouth grew. And now, just like we are meeting here today through this Zoom platform, that is how I give coaching to my clients, either to Teams or Zooms or Google Meet, whatever the client is comfortable with. And in person, if the person is located in the same location. But actually, that's no longer a barrier or this thing. So that is how technology has made coaching very, very easy and very convenient for clients. And yeah, so that's how it is.
Right. Well, so what are the key programs you offer?
So I offer, see, I'm a life coach as well as an executive coach. When I say I'm a personal empowerment life coach, my mantra is that in order to achieve what you want in life, be it in personal life or professional life, you need to take control. Okay. So essentially, my coaching program focuses on clients, enabling clients to find time to convert their passions into pursuits so that they work when they want to and not because they have to. Okay, so I have two sorts of programs. First is personal clarity programs, which is I work with individuals on a one-to-one basis, okay, so to help them overcome their obstacles and tap the inner resources that they have within them to find solutions to their problem. So that is like a Nilima can come to me for services and I offer Nilima coaching. The second sort of program is executive performance enhancement programs, which comes under the executive coaching buckets. So that is where organizations approach me, be it a small or medium enterprise, be it a partnership firm or a small organization or larger firms. So that is when organizations want help to empower our executives. So my niche in executive coaching is enabling those team leaders and middle level executives to communicate with influence and authority so that they emerge leaders faster than envisaged. So this executive performance enhancement program is actually for organizations where we work with executives only, but it is via the organization route. Here, the goals are more organization oriented, whereas in personal clarity programs, it is more individual oriented. If I am working with Nilima as an individual, I will take care to address her concerns, her likes and dislikes so that she achieves her goals in life. Whereas if I am working with Nilima Suresh, because morning laziness has engaged me to equip Nilima with certain life skills, then my focus here would be to equip Nilima so that she is able to achieve organizational goals in her role in a better and more effective manner so that the organization benefits. So Nilima is the same in both cases, right? But here the ultimate objective differs. Apart from these two, I also have Empower Yourself group coaching program. So that depends on theme. It can be communication, it can be unlock the key to your right career. So communication, career, emotional intelligence, and time management are my forte. So my group coaching programs are also basically center around these. So I have group of 8 to 10 people, not more than 10, so that I can give individualized attention. And that goes for 8 to 10 weeks in a sort of set, I would say, instead of a one-on-one program, which is very customized approach and individual centric, a group coaching program is more driven by me in the sense that, the direction and the curriculum is set. And I have my clients who basically undertake those exercises to achieve the goals that I set at the start of the group coaching programs. So, yeah.
Well, that was a quite descriptive, description of the courses you provide. And now, are you planning to launch something new this year for your clients?
Yes. In fact, last week onwards, I've started to launch video courses. So these are those e-courses. So this is an expansion. So, for certain modules which are very popular and there is demand from my clients. So I'm offering my clients e-courses where they can subscribe to those courses and complete them at their own pace. So these are pre-recorded videos which they can subscribe to, and it has specific assignments and workbooks so that they can take further action. And it's not appointment, basically, in a coaching session, it's basically appointment. I set the time and the clients have to be there at that time. Whereas for courses, the main difference is it's not appointment. You don't have to be there by appointment. It's not appointment viewing. So they can complete those courses at their own pace and basically, achieve the results that they want to. So that is something. So venturing into courses is something like I have started. There's just one course I've launched, and I plan to launch at least 5 to 6 by the end of this year. So let's see how that goes.
That sounds great. Well, so what part of becoming a life coach did you find as most challenging?
So one is essentially explaining to clients the difference between a certified life coach and just a life coach. I mentioned earlier that the industry is very regulated. And unfortunately, people do call themselves life coach without having the proper credentials and background. And for clients, especially, when they who have worked with life coaches before, and they tend to have not so positive experiences when they work with coaches who are not certified, right? So essentially, coming across those clients and first convincing them that, okay, there's a difference between a certified life coach and someone who is just a life coach. That is something, I'm still trying to break that barrier, I would say. I mean, it has improved over a period of time, but I would say it's still pretty much a challenge. Second part is essentially, as I said, coaching is a co-creative process. It's not about coach providing your solutions. I'm a consultant, so I know the difference. A consultant gives solution to clients. A coach helps the clients arrive at their solution so that they are empowered. Okay. But mostly when clients come, they tend to have this expectation that, okay, coach has a magic wand, and in the first session there is a pill and the coach will say, okay, go like this and all the issues will be solved. It does not work like that, right? And some clients, okay, they come session after session without doing the focus goals that was discussed in the previous session. So in this case, there is no progress because the clients are not willing to put in the work. So I would say convincing clients that, okay, coaching is a partnership rather than a one-way consulting street, and you have to put in the hard work to see the results. That will take time because people do tend to get used to, one-size-fit-all approach and, a prescriptive mode. So that is something, again, that will take time. People who are aware of what coaching is, they know that, okay, it's a partnership and they have to do that task. Most people, I would say in India, that's the primary market that I coach in, they still have to be educated on the difference between coaching, consulting, mentorship, and therapy. So that is where the process starts in educating them what is coaching. And in many cases, when clients come for the strategy session, they say they have come for coaching, but a therapy or a mentoring turns out to be a better solution. Then in that case, I tell them, okay, why advise them not to look for a coach and why somebody else could be better suited for what they are looking for. So that's a challenge, basically, educating, the customers about the market. Again, coaching is very nascent in India. Things have improved in the past couple of years. Things will improve in the next couple of years. Till then, you have to put in the hard work.
Right. So, Smita, lastly, what do you think this world needs the most?
I think self-compassion and self-care. Okay. We have seen over the last year how the great resignation has taken hold, right? That is because people are tired. There is no sense of fulfillment, and people just run in a treadmill, running after something, and they don't know what that something is, right? So there is a need to slow down and to be kind to oneself, okay, to love oneself and to celebrate one's own achievements. Okay, like I might not have got that promotion, but I would have got that rating, right? I would have got an increment. So we need to see there is a need to see the glass as half full rather than half empty. And the more we see it, the more we will be kinder and compassionate towards ourselves. And the more that we are in love with ourselves, the more we will give to this world, and then only the world can become a better place.
Right. So, on that beautiful note, we come to the end of this interview session. Thank you so much, Smita, for joining us today. We truly appreciate your time. And thank you, audience. I hope you had a great time with us today.
Pleasure, Nilima. Thank you.